Anita Rhodes was a character. She was briefly mentioned in a book titled Memories of Old ET, but yet she was not the primary focus of the story. Anita Rhodes was a college student. She attended East Texas State in 1959, where she studied to become an educator. Anita Rhodes was a woman, so she lived in Binion Hall, then an all-girls dorm that had a curfew of 10:30 p.m. on weeknights. Anita Rhodes was a friend. There, she spent countless hours with her closest group of girlfriends, Arlene, Sonia, Virginia, and Shelby. They would study together, talk about boys, and do normal college girl things. Anita Rhodes was a rebel. When Shelby borrowed her husband Benny's car, without his knowledge of course, Anita and the rest of the gang barely even hesitated when it was suggested to do something a little crazy for the night. After curfew, the girls snuck out of Binion, driving in the stolen car, until they reached the Oak Cliff section of Dallas. They found a motel and decided to stay the night, knowing they had to wake up early to make it back in time without being caught the next morning. Anita Rhodes was the cover. Upon arriving back to the university, the ladies decided to come up with a story as to where they went the night before. Their plan was this. They would say that they had been in Sulphur Springs at Anita's house visiting her mother, watching the Academy Awards that just so happened to be on that same exact night. They did indeed have to present this made-up story, since one of the other residents saw them leave the night before and reported it to their dean mother. However, this story did not prove entirely acceptable to the East Texas Supreme Court, who ruled that they would be campused for 6 weeks. Although, they could have easily been expelled, so this minor consequence was a relief to the worried group of girlfriends. Anita Rhodes was a graduate. Despite their small punishment of a tiny written disciplinary case on their transcript, the women had no problem being successful. They all graduated, got jobs, started families of their own, and moved on with their lives, all the while remembering that crazy night and all the great times they had together at East Texas State. But this all happened over 60 years ago. Today, I am currently in my apartment on the exact same campus, sitting on the couch with my roommate, my best friend. Anita Rhodes is a grandmother to one of the most understanding and encouraging people I have ever been blessed with the opportunity to know. Coming to A&M Commerce, I knew no one. Not a single person from my high school or otherwise was a familiar face at this new home of mine. I met Taylor Harden at orientation, and by some lucky chance we sat next to each other at dinner that night. We got to talking, and we decided we would be good roommates since we were both math majors. Little did I know that our relationship would evolve into so much more than just study buddies. When I moved to Commerce, I was completely alone. I was certainly excited about the chance to start new, but that didn't mean I wasn't scared out of my mind. Taylor showed me love and acceptance in a time when I needed it most, and for that I am forever grateful. That initial love became the foundation of our friendship, and I cannot imagine what my life would be like without her. From staying up late doing homework, trying to cook, and failing.
It's your roommate who cooks your breakfast and doesn't catch the bacon on fire! Yeah!
Singing way too loudly in the car. Getting involved in the same organizations and attending the same events. Becoming sisters by joining the same sorority together. And just spending every single day of our college lives laughing together. Our friendship has grown immensely over these last 6 or so months. Looking back on our friendship with each other and with our other friends too, I can't help but think of Anita, Arlene, Sonia, Virginia, and Shelby. Those ladies were here too, walking to class on the exact same paths, driving around on the exact same roads, and laughing together on the exact same grounds. Taylor and I may have never done anything as crazy as sneaking out at night to Dallas. Well, not yet anyway. We might be doing something even crazier. Choosing to be unashamedly, unapologetically, and unconditionally best friends with someone we didn't even know existed a year ago. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is, Anita Rhodes is the reason. The reason her granddaughter lived in Sulphur Springs and attended Texas A&M University Commerce. The reason I had the chance to meet and to become friends with Taylor. The reason for hundreds of unstoppable fits of laughter, tears of joy, and prayers of thankfulness. The reason my freshman year here has been one of the best years of my entire life. And the reason that my future children will have to listen to their mom go on and on about how I found my home in the small town of Commerce, Texas.